Hi guys, welcome back to another video game with Powers. I'm Jake. In today's video, guys, we're going to be taking a preview of a card game that is currently on Kickstarter right now called Chicken Fight. Alright, Chicken Fight, the card game. This is a card game from Chicken Fight LLC. Make sure I'm saying that correctly. This is ages 7 plus, 2 to 4 players, and at least 10 minutes to play. So what is Chicken Fight? Chicken Fight is a card game where essentially players are going to have a stack of cards, and there's going to be a bird, normally, and I don't think it's a chicken. It's normally a bird that is on top of this stack flipped over, and that bird is going to have like a strength value or like a health value, and you're basically going to be fighting the birds that are on top of other people's stacks. All right. Before I jump down to the table, I got a nice little pamphlet here from the creator of the game, Diego. And so I want to take a moment to read that and just give him a shout out and say thank you so much for sending this game to us so that we can feature on our channel and so forth. So it says, my name is Diego. I'm in high school and I love the board game community. For the past few years, I've followed it so much that I decided to try and develop a card game of my own. That prompts me to ask you, what about a pool chicken fight is so misleading? There are no chickens. Naturally, my card game is called Chicken Fight, and it involves an actual chicken and 18 other superpowered birds duking it out with mechanics resembling the way the pool game would get played. I also added the secret exclusive Kickstarter birds to your deck. These are green. All right. To learn more, you can visit at the Chicken Fight on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, or chicken-fight.com. Although I hope this game gets traction, I only ask that you give it a round at the table. It might surprise you. Oh, and always remember, don't be a chicken and fight the creator of the game, Diego. So again, thank you so much, Diego, for giving us the opportunity to feature this game. Like I said, you can check this out. This is on Kickstarter right now, has about 10 days left, and I'll go ahead and tag all the social media for Chicken Fight and that Kickstarter page in the description below. But let's go ahead and jump down to the table, guys, where I got everything set up, and I'll show you how to play the game Chicken Fight. Alright guys, so we are down here at the table where we have everything set up for a 2-player game of Chicken Fight. So depending on the number of players is going to be how big your stack is. So in a 2-player game, you'll have a stack of 10 cards. In a 3-player game, you'd have a stack of 9 cards. And in a 4-player game, you would have a stack of 8 cards. And essentially what you're going to do after that, you get your stacks, you'll deal 1 card from the deck to each player, you'll put this deck in the center of the table, and then everyone will draw a card from the deck, and whoever has the higher strength number will be the first player. So we'll take a look at some of these cards in this deck first. So you're going to have 3 types of colors. You're going to have red, you're going to have blue, and you will have green, okay? Red cards are going to be in-game effects or stuff at the end of the turn. For example, looking at this big bill, it says, when this rival bird gets knocked off, let the rival player that defeated it draw a card from the deck. So again, like I said, these are going to be all in-game effects, end-of-turn effects. When certain things happen, these red cards are going to activate, all right? Let's take a look at these blue cards. So these blue cards are instantaneous cards. So when a card is flipped over from this stack, and it is a blue card, you will do the top effect first. So this one would send all red birds back to their hand, okay? So those are the blue cards, and then you have the green cards here, which are instantaneous effects as well. So once he's revealed, you'll activate that ability, split a rival stack into 2 separate stacks, all right? So those are the 3 available cards that you will see here, all right? The next thing, we're going to take a look right here in the bottom right-hand corner. You'll see a value, a number value. That is the strength and health of this card. So Big Bill is working with a 6 here, all right? So this means that he can attack anybody that is 6 or lower and be successful in defeating them, all right? Whenever you are to attack a rival bird, and let's say it's lower, so let's say we have a Laser Ray J versus a Big Bill, the Laser Ray J would be defeated, the Big Bill would take 1 damage, and he would go down to 5, and then the person whose stack had this Laser Ray J, they would flip over the next card in their stack. Let's say he revealed a Scarecrow. All right, the Scarecrow's effect would happen, and then now the Big Bill had the chance to determine if he wanted to attack again for another 3. All right, at the end of a turn, the health value and strength value of your bird is going to reset back to its normal value. So if he decided not to attack, At the end of his turn, his health would go back up to 6. All right. You are never allowed to attack a bird that has a higher strength value than you. So let's say this cuckoo clocker here was on an opponent and I have Big Bill. I cannot attack into this cuckoo clocker at all. Okay. So once everybody has flipped their card over and determined the starting player, what then everything will happen is everybody will reveal the top cards of their stack. All right. So let's say we got this 2-player game here. Everybody is going to resolve it, and we actually have 2 of the same cards, which is funny. So this one says swap the bird with a rival bird. If this is ever the scenario where multiple people have a blue or green bird on the top of their stack, it's going to go in turn order. So whoever the first player is, their blue or green bird will activate, and then so forth and so on. So in this example, because they're both the same cards, they would both flip. They would both swap with each other, so nothing would really ever happen. Okay, so that is considered the preliminary phase, all right? Next, we're going to go to taking your turn. So on your turn, you have 3 possible actions to you. You can attack a rival's top bird with your top bird, okay? You can play a card from your hand to the top of your stack. So let's say I have this bird brain right here for 5. What I can do is play this bird brain. He will now go on top of my stack, overlapping the Rocket Robin. Since he is a blue bird, his effect would activate, so my opponent would draw a card, and then now he has a strength of 5. Okay, so that is the second action, playing a card from your hand to the top of your stack. The third thing you can do is knock off your own top bird, all right? So let's say I didn't want this bird anymore. I could knock him off. I would send him to the discard pile, and then I would flip over a new bird. So I now have a birdarang, okay? I could continue now to go ahead and make choices in attack if I wanted to. During the course of a player's turn, at least one bird from any player must get knocked off, okay? So that is either going to be from you attacking another rival's stack or you discarding your own bird from the top of your stack, okay? If you ever attack a rival stack, you must continue to attack that rival stack until you have no other available options. You could not attack, let's say, this person. If we were playing with 3 people, then you could not switch and go to the other player. You must stay with the stack that you have attacked. All right. And basically what's going to happen is you guys are then going to take turns doing all those actions until no player's stack is available. So I'm just going to show you what a couple turns might look like in a game of chicken fight. So I've kind of played the game already. So let's say we got this birdarang, which says during my turn, this bird can get sent back to my hand. Instead, though, I'm going to go ahead and attack this Rocket Robin for 2. So this bird would now flip over. We have a bow and sparrows. It says knock off all the birds with the lowest number, okay? This is now a 2. So this bird would get knocked off, and then we would flip over here to a phantom pheasant. So this says draw any one card from the discard pile, all right? They're both the same, so I'll have to take one in my hand. All right, so now I cannot attack any further into this top pile, into my opponent's top pile yet. However, I do have a card I can play, which is a bird brain, so which would let the rival player draw a card from the deck, which I've already done. And now I can go ahead and attack into his stack, which would then go ahead and flip that card over. All right, so he is down to 1. This guy gets to draw a card from the deck, which he does, so I can no longer attack, all right? So now I must pass my turn. So now we're going to go to my opponent, okay? So this is a 5, so he cannot straight up attack into it, but I do have a Big Bill that could work. So I will play a Big Bill from my hand, all right, onto the top of my stack. I'm going to go ahead and attack into this bird brain for 1. And then he has 1 left over, okay? I'm then going to go ahead and use that 1 to attack this phantom pheasant. So both of these cards are going to go to the discard pile. Now here's where it gets interesting. Because this card is now revealed again, this effect is going to activate, all right? So I will get to draw another card from the deck, and then this person will flip this over. So this would say knock off a rival top bird. So this bird would then get knocked over, and the cuckoo clocker is appearing right now. And it says, during a fight, this bird gets knocked off immediately against a bird with a number 2 or less. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed that walkthrough of the game Chicken Fight. Now me and Sierra have played this a couple times, and just our first initial feedback and impressions of the game is it's a unique game. It's pretty funny. We love all the names of the different type of birds like that. The only issue that we've encountered is, like you might have saw in the how to play video, it can get very confusing trying to track everything and doing all these different effects on a player's turn, and like it's hard to keep up sometimes on whose turn it actually is. But other than that, this is a very interesting, unique, fun game. It kind of reminds us a little bit of Exploding Kittens, and in just a short, quick card game that hopefully can generate a lot of buzz. But again, guys, this game is currently on Kickstarter right now. It has about 10 days left at the time of me posting this video. Definitely check it out in the description below, and I do believe it's fairly cheap and fairly avoidable. But if you guys are interested in helping out a high schooler and getting this game a lot of buzz, then like I said, guys, definitely share this video, like this video, subscribe to our channel if you have not already, if you enjoy this content and all of our other content on our channel, and check out that Kickstarter page, guys, of Chicken Fight, the card game. All right, guys, y'all have a great one. Bye.